So you don't have time to consume an entire podcast. That's okay. Enjoy the highlights on TRS Clips. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon. The assumption of a lot of listeners here now is, oh, so Radha has worked with corrupt people. Like that's the first inclination. But what's it actually like working with politicians?
Yes. So fortunately, not a single politician that I have come across has made me part of their corruption. So, the respect that I get from my politicians is amazing. So, be it member of parliaments or I had an opportunity of even meeting Prime Minister himself. I've been very fortunate that, there's a lot of respect that I have gained because of Chanakya in the space of politicians also. So let me tell you first things first. Let's get it right that politicians are representative of people. We elect them, we select them, we send them over there. Now, coming back to the corruption part of it, let us be very clear on this particular part. In every particular field, okay, there are good people and bad people. Good doctors, bad doctors, good lawyers, bad lawyers, good teachers, bad teachers. Tell me a field where you don't have both sides of the coin. Coming back to politicians, I tell you that there are very, very good politicians also. I've seen member of parliaments who walked out of the parliament after their term was over, and believe me, they didn't have 5 rupees in their particular pockets. I've seen them, they hosted me. Yet the power is that they could announce and 5 lakh people can gather together. They did not have paisa. I have seen this, So I'm saying there is this kind of a politician. Now, if you go to Delhi, and I suggest all the youth to please go to Delhi, just walk around Delhi and seeing that, they are representative of us. So we have, let's say, an MP, member of parliament coming from maybe South Mumbai, which is one of the richest parts of the country. And we have an MP coming from a small state. And I know when I take my students to Delhi on a parliament visit, and we take a lot of my students from Mumbai University over there, you'd be surprised. These politicians invite us, saying that hamare ghar pe aao. Of course, the properties, the government, when they are the representatives. So I still remember this day when we had visited 4 MPs in their houses. 4 MPs, okay, 4 different states, 4 different places they came from. So at the first place that we went, it was like a very normal, sabko chai nashta ho raha. The second place we went, believe me, that politician was so poor that literally samosa ke liye bhi usko sponsor dhundna pada. The third politician, of course, was our local politicians. Chalo sabko gift there and all those things. But the fourth politician who hosted us for dinner was like a royal person. It was like, wow, it was not 5-star, it was 7-star. So when I come back and saying that, it's a mix of politicians, we can't brand them as one type because everybody comes from different parts of our country. Everybody comes from different economic standards. But I can tell you one thing. All politicians work very, very, very hard. It's a public life 24/7. Believe me, it's very hard.
I think Nitin Gadkari had this one video where he said that find me one politician who's happy and I'll give you whatever you want. Is that true?
Again, happiness for me is an internal journey. So you can never be happy if you look at external public appreciation because politicians have come to the fact that it's a thankless job. Okay, but let me also tell you, Chanakya spoke about Raja Rishi. Raja hai, politician hai, he's in power, but he has to be Rishi. So yes, I appreciate Nitin Gadkari ji because public don't appreciate. It's always like looking at the darker side. They forget the kind of a commitment that they have. They work very hard. And believe me, I have a lot of respect for politicians.
I think you have the right to say that because you worked with them
Yes.
one-on-one. That's the next question actually. What work do you do with politicians specifically? Like I got the other 3, but with them, is it like for their campaigns, for their agenda? Like why do they consult with you?
Okay, that's a very important question. Remember one thing. Politicians don't have time to think.
Oh, okay.
There's so much activity. I mean, when you do so many videos again and again, there's a time that you require for a break to think out and strategize. Imagine a politician. So I can tell people 7 o'clock in the morning, the people are inside their house. And that's gone till 2 or 3 in the night. Now tell me one thing, such a public life, and you're meeting a corporate leader to a person who is a woman activist to somebody who is... So you meet every type of people, A politician's life is very hard. So what unfortunately happens with politicians, they don't have time to sit down, think, analyze. And that's where actually the bureaucrats come in. So, they are the one who will think and make a plan.
What are politicians in the country thinking? Because honestly, the way it's looking on a national level, we know that the BJP is going to be in power for a very long time now. Primarily because there's no competition.
Yes.
Like that's the main reason. But what's your take on this whole situation?
India is in a golden era. Okay, and okay, son, अपना time आएगा नहीं, अपना time आ चुका है. Next 4 years is very, very important for us. 3 to 4 years.
Economically.
Everywhere, be it economy, be it military, everything put together. Okay, be it even business for that particular matter. Why I tell this is that if you follow me on Twitter and various, you will always see something like India #India 2025. I don't know if you have noted that. People ask, what is India 2025? So I'll give a little bit of a spiritual dimension to it. Swami Vivekananda, he's a youth icon, by the way. 12th of January, it's coming soon. 12th of January is National Youth Day, the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. He said, in the year 2025, India will become the global power. We are there. Coming back, what are the politicians thinking? Fortunately, our politicians are thinking in the right direction. We are there, out over there. I know so many politicians. In fact, I had a meeting with an MP. Very interesting. So they had gone for this, many of the conferences that happen abroad, and India is their representative. Believe me, Indian politicians are taken very seriously at the geopolitical level. So it is no more another country, Now they say, and I've seen this, that India is taken seriously to that extent, ki, aap baithiye, I want to listen to your view. And we are no more a market. We are the people who have the power to say something and will be heard. Initially it was, okay, maybe 180 countries, one more country. Now we are among the top 10. But let me tell you, we are now among the top 3 to be taken seriously. No international policies can be made without the input of India today. And that's the power. So next 3 years, what we do, the politicians are super careful, because when we go out over there and invite people to invest in India, look at the numbers. They are coming, and we need to capitalize on this. In fact, I have a request to everyone. Let Indians take the global opportunity that's right in front of us, be it in business, be it in economics. I don't know, whatever be your space. We have arrived, and the politicians are the face of it. They're doing their work very well.